Hello everyone, this is Andrea Rose from Living with Harmony. Tonight I wanted to show you this bucket, this heavy bucket of greens that I just harvested, late harvest from the garden. Now these are a mixture of kale and actually the leafy greens from the Brussels sprout plant. Now they're actually quite tasty. They're a little bit thicker greens than most people are used to. But what I'm going to do now is to wash them, put them here in this bucket of water, and then I'm going to let them dry and then freeze them. So this way I can prepare them for the winter and use them in stir fries and soups and all a bunch of recipes. And this way they won't be wasted. Now they turned off the water at the garden and we had a couple snowfalls. So we've had some moisture to keep them alive, but I had to go ahead and harvest them because we don't have a water source. So I like to take them and remove the stems from the green, and then compost the stems, or you can certainly use them for other things. I just choose to use the greens because I don't have enough room in my freezer. So this way I can make them more compact. So I go ahead and remove the greens from the stem, the thicker stem, which in this case is actually pretty thick because they're older leaves. And then I get the leaves and I shred them. And then I'll show you what happens when they're stored. So this bag here is a bag that I previously froze of kale. And now this kale, once you have it in a bag, once it's frozen, you can just crunch it into really small pieces. So it saves a lot of labor. Once it's frozen, you can actually freeze it in pretty big pieces and then kind of crunch it up by hand and get it really fine. And you can use it in smoothies, in soups and stir fries, whatever you need. But this is actually what's going to happen to the Brussels sprout greens shortly. So I'm just going to see if this will allow me to show you what this looks like as the greens. So it doesn't look like I can show you, but breaks up. You want to do it when it's crisp and it's frozen because it does thaw out and starts to soften up, and then it doesn't break as well. So anyway, I wanted to show you about food preserving and using locally grown food when it's in season, so you can use it throughout the winter, throughout the fall, and still have access to it. And also about doing our part to avoid food waste, which I don't know if you're aware, but 30 to 40% of food is wasted in the United States, and a lot of that goes to the landfills and makes methane gas, and that is a very potent greenhouse gas. So let's all do our part to preserve food and prevent it from going to waste. You can also do this from greens from the store, the grocery store. If you don't think you're going to eat them in time, just throw them in the freezer. They're fine for a whole bunch of recipes, and you don't need to worry about parboiling them first and all these different strategies to preserve them. They really do great just putting them in the freezer. So hopefully you can prevent some food waste coming up, and the holidays coming up, and a lot more food and a lot more greens. And talking about greens today, but good luck with your food preservation, and thank you so much for your interest and for your interest in doing your part to reduce your methane gas production. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.